tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Hi everyone, welcome to Dharma Earth's Dose of Dharma, and this is your Dose of Dharma for today. So, we'll continue the discussion on the well-spoken speech. So, some people ask, is white lie considered wrong speech? Does it break the precepts? In the previous explanation on Musawada, I have explained that white lie is considered also Musawada. But actually, after discussion with some venerables, actually, for white lie, some people have a different understanding. One is, people say the untruth in order to, they thought to make something good, okay? This is what we usually know. Another understanding of white lie is that they do not answer directly to the question, but it's the truth. So, for example, I think this is especially a little bit common in Sri Lanka and maybe India tradition. So, for example, somebody asks, "Hey, where are you now?" Then he's outside his home because the person is waiting for him, but he's still outside his home. So he says, yeah, I'm out already, like that. Yes, he's out, but he's just outside his door. So it'll take another 1 hour, 2 hours to reach the destination. And his friend have to wait for him for another 1 to 2 hours, right? So this kind of thing is the truth, but sometimes they do not answer directly to the questions. Then this is also considered white lie. So in this case, when it's the truth, but it's just that they did not answer directly to the question, it's not considered as musawada. Okay? So sometimes, if we look in the suttas, sometimes Buddha also say something like that, or like guiding other people towards other questions. For example, some people ask the Buddha, and then Buddha say, "Oh, don't ask this question." Or he said, "Now is not the time to talk about this." So this one is pretty direct. And we must see how we are withholding truth. If people ask us and we just keep quiet, or we just ask him another question, like, "Where do you go today?" Then maybe somebody asks him, "Oh, what did you eat today?" Like that. Then trying not to answer directly to the question. Sometimes in real life, when we are interacting with people, sometimes we don't want people to get upset. This is one way that we can react also. And it's not musawada. Since it's not musawada, it is okay. If it fulfills the criteria of well-spoken speech, then it's still considered well-spoken speech. For example, like just now I say, some people ask, how do you think of my character? Then if somebody say, you have many good qualities also. I see your good qualities are very good. But maybe that person also have bad quality, but we just don't say. Because why? Sometimes we want to encourage them to bring up their good qualities. So this is not telling lie. This is just, okay, yeah, I see your good qualities. It's very good. So it's like answering part of the question. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So hope everyone can understand this. Because if we read the stories, sometimes we read the stories or the suttas from the Pali canon, then we may find that, why they do this? This one is it not telling a lie? But actually, if we understand this, then it is not telling a lie. So withholding truth, if you are just not saying, just not speaking, then it's okay. It's not a lie. There's one question about a story about a bhikkhu. So he went to a house, and then after that, there was a bird in the house, and there was a golden egg, and then the bird ate the egg, and then after that, the householder came. He suspected that the bhikkhu stole the golden egg, and after that, he beat up the bhikkhu. But the bhikkhu, because of compassion for the goose, for the bird, so he didn't say anything. Then after that, the bird came near, and then the guy kicked the bird, and then after that, the bird was killed by the kick because the kick was done in anger. After checking that the bird died, the bhikkhu says, your golden egg is in the goose, like that. Then after that, the guy opened, and he saw the golden egg, like that. So what about this? Is it right speech? Yeah, this is right speech, because he just never say, out of compassion, he just never say, so there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And then sometimes if you're a teacher, then you teach children how to elaborate sentences, make up stories, maybe from a picture, imagination, say. This is also not lying. This is learning, right? You're just telling them to imagine. Isn't that so? And you're telling them to elaborate. So, this is not lying. So, please, everyone, please understand, this is not lying, okay? And when raising kids, some people say white lies seems to be inevitable. So that is why it's good to have a good Buddhist community, and then we learn from each other how to live out the 5 precepts better, how to protect your right speech and your well-spoken speech in this kind of situation. Then it's okay. Yeah, so this is like this. But we have taken care of kids during the novitiate program. And during the whole course of the program, even though some of them they were sick, some of them they were naughty, but for us it's okay. We didn't have to resort to telling lies to take care of them. Sometimes we just need to be more experienced in keeping the precepts. If we don't have the experience, then ask around. But must be more specific. If you have specific examples, then people can give you specific ways to go about it, right? For example, if let's say your child is crying and saying, "Oh, daddy's not home, daddy's not home," or if you want to go out and your kid says, "Oh, I want to go," and this like that is crying and then making a big fuss on the floor and all that. Yeah, then of course at that time I would suppose you have a maid or something like that, right? Okay, then we have few ways to approach this. You don't have to tell them, "Oh, I'm going out and I'll be back in 5 minutes" or something like that. Yeah, you don't have to do that, no? Sometimes have many ways to deal with this kind of situation. For example, you can try to bring them out for a walk, a long walk before your appointment in the evening. And after they come back, and after that, tell them to meditate, and then they fall asleep. And when they're asleep, you can go. Right? Or if they are awake, of course, at that age where they will make a fuss and a hustle, then I'm sure they'll be pretty young, right? Okay, then if they're crying and all that and things like that, then you have to teach them that crying doesn't work. If they cry, they do not get what they want. You show them cause and effect. So if they're crying and crying, you say, "If you cry some more, I'll go." Or if you cry some more, I'll immediately go. If you do not cry, I'll wait for you for a while. And then after that, if they stop crying, I say, "Okay, mommy need to go do that, like that." Then after that, okay, if you behave yourself well, I will give you a reward tomorrow. So you try to create the cause and effect for them, this education that if they do not cry and let you go, they'll get something good. And if they cry and they make a big fuss, you're going to go quicker. And you have to live it out. Really, you have to live it out. You cannot be scared of children crying. Alright? So if you do this, then they will cry all the way until maybe even until they are old. They will believe that, through crying, through making a fuss, through different ways of trickery, they can get what they want. So since young, you have to make sure to teach them the right cause and effect, right? So let them have a good effect if they allow you to go and stop crying. These are some of the ways that we can approach this. It doesn't have to give a white lie. So many ways in the world to approach this. So I cannot say all in this 5 to 10 minutes talk. So hopefully at least understand the principles. So yeah, hopefully this will answer the questions for some of the devotees. Okay? So with this, I wish all of you to be well, peaceful and happy. And may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition and nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.